Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis for big mega cap stocks. So show your support by hitting that thumbs up button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, consider subscribing, and that means a lot to me. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, my analysis in 3 days of live trading, definitely check out the Patreon, and that link will be down below in the description. And now let's get right into it, guys. On AMD, it's down 2.32%, and once again AMD holding 118 as its support into closing, and looks like soon as AMD got down to 116.37, we know that we have strong support down here at 115. The dip was bought up, and you can look at the candle, and now trading at 118.57, down on the day 2.32%. So going into tomorrow right here on AMD, you need to watch 118, 115 as a support, 112, and then 110. To the upside, now AMD needs to hold definitely 118 and also needs to break 119 daily rising 20-day moving average right here, this white line. And above 119, you are going to see a quick trip all the way up to 122, and then we can talk about again 125 on AMD. On Microsoft, it's down 1.43%, and let me share something with you guys right here on YouTube that whenever you get time on anything, if it's calls and you're buying something really good, and if you have time, definitely you can at least get out at break even, or you can make some money. Same thing applies right here on puts. And I've been shorting Microsoft, added 4 times. And because how this stock is overextended, we talked about it every night, that Microsoft getting more and more overbought. You're going to see a pullback. Guess what? After adding and rolling my puts out like 2-3 months out, finally got paid on this one today. Sold my puts right here at 364 and then came down to 362.90. And again, this thing went back up and now holding that previous all-time high as a support right here, 366, 367. And we have a gap on top now, 371.31. So going into tomorrow on Microsoft, watch for the support right here, 366, and to the upside, now this gap will be a big resistance right here, 371, 375, and then 380. Now to the downside, if this thing actually breaks under 366, and you can see how they actually bought that dip, because they know if this thing actually breaks under 366, you're going to see Microsoft coming down and closing this gap down here, 357.54, and that would be a huge move on Microsoft all the way down here. And that is why whenever you get something, especially as a swing trader, you need to get some time. That was the whole point of talking about this play right here on Microsoft. On Amazon, stock is down 1.49%, and now Amazon below 146, and we left a small gap here on top, and finally closing this gap down here at 144. Now Amazon here, if you look at my screen, is trading above 144.54, and that means one thing. You see this white line right here, rising 20-day moving average. It's holding right here as a support, 144.54, and that's gonna be a big level to watch tomorrow. Below that, this thing can dump down to 140, 138, and then we can possibly talk about this gap, 133.57. To the upside, if this thing can break and hold, I would say 146, and closing this gap right here, then watch out for a move back up to 150. And here's my X account, and if you're on there, definitely give me a follow, and I do post a lot of things right here on X, and this is probably the easiest way you can get in touch with me. You can ask me anything right here on X. Now quick reminder, if you're planning to join the Patreon, first of the month, it's here. Today is only 4th, so give it a try, and that link will be down below in the description, and I'm sure you're going to find a lot of value in it. On Google, stock is down 2%, and now Google holding 130 right here as a support, and this is going to be a critical level going into tomorrow right here on Google. It needs to hold 130. If not, you're going to see Google getting a dump off down to this gap 127.74 and then possibly down here to 123. To the upside, as long as Google can hold 130, then watch out for a move back up to this gap 132.15, and above that 135 possible on Google. On Meta, it's down 1.48%, and this was a nice play that I took today at 315, getting some 320 calls and then adding more at 314, and this thing pretty much going in the money. We got out before that, and Meta now trading at 320. Now also in my video, and this is not actually for Patreon members, for all of you guys watching my videos, I wish that was actually helping you guys. If you caught a trade right here at 316, guess what? Off of that video, you could have made some money today. As long as you have a stop here on Meta, you can make money. And we talked about it in my video Sunday that Meta gets down to 316. That's going to be a dip buy right here on Meta. And guess what? If you actually bought the dip, you made money here on Meta, now trading at 320. So on Meta going into tomorrow, definitely 316 will be a big level to watch. And below that, this thing can come down significantly all the way down to 305 to 306. To the upside, Meta can hold right here. So far it's holding, and it's above daily 50-day moving average right here, sitting close to 318. So Meta 316 to 318, that is going to be a big level to watch. And Meta can hold right here, then you're going to see a move all the way up to 326 and then 330. On Nvda, stock is down 2.68%, and this was also a nice play today, getting those dips right here, right at 450, getting 470 calls, and this one going up to 457 and selling out for a nice profit, and now trading at 455. Now if you look at my screen, and we talked about it before in my video also, that watch out for this big level 460, and soon as that gives up, you're going to see 450 right here. And you can see this thing getting a bounce off of this rising 50-day right here, and then going all the way up to 457, and now trading in between 460 and 450, and now it's holding 450 as a support. So this is going to be a key level to watch, 450, because if that gives up, Nvidia might be coming all the way down to 423.81 to close this gap down here. Now Nvidia staying above 450, then watch out for the resistance and the gap right here, 460, and the gap at 461.87, and above that this thing can move up to 470 to 471 and then 482. On Apple, stock is down 0.95%, and I don't know what to say here on Apple, guys. I mean, this is crazy. This magnetic support right here would not break. 189, 188 every time. I mean, even today, I mean, look at the low here, 187.45. Yes, there is a support. You can see this white line right here, 20-day moving average sitting at 187.80. We got a bounce off of that level, but this thing cannot fill this gap down here, 186. Now again, getting a bounce off of this 20-day, and now trading just under 190. So Apple here, guys, I mean, this thing, until we see a significant sell-off right here on Apple, guess what? You're not going to see a market coming down hard, and this is just actually a dip buying opportunity in this market, but I would not go long here in this market. You know, you can day trade this mini dip that we are getting in this market. Do not go long here on anything. So here on Apple, 190 breaks, yes, there is a chance this thing can go all the way up to 195.28 to close this gap on top. Below 190, you want to watch 189 to 188 as a support right here, and just below that we also have support in the gap 186 and then 183. So Netflix going down 2.54%, and I'm kind of kicking myself. You know, I shorted Netflix at 475, but I got out on Friday at 468, and now trading at 450. That is just insane, guys. And that is why not only myself, anyone buying anything, if you have time, just wait. Do not panic and sell everything for less profit, because just like this one, I could have made a lot more money. right here on Netflix. 470 puts now going in the money, over the money, all over the place, getting down to 450 almost. Going into tomorrow, you want to watch 450 right here. And we talked about it in my video Sunday, how this is going to be a key level to watch 450. Because if that gives up now tomorrow, you're going to see a dump off down to 426.65. To the upside, we got a gap on top. But before that, Netflix also have resistance at 460.62, and above that, watch out for this gap right here on top, 464.60, and then we also have resistance at 471.60 and then 485. And I don't think this one going back up to 485 right now. If this thing actually breaks below 450, it's all over. You're going to see a deeper pullback right here on the stock, all the way down to possibly this gap at some point, 412.52. On Tesla, stock is down 1.36%, and Tesla holding right above rising 20-day moving average right here, 232.40, and also holding 50-day right here, 234.64. So in between 232 and 235, this is gonna be a strong demand zone right here on Tesla to hold right here, because if that gives up 232, this thing can flush in a quick time all the way down to 225.40 to fill this gap all the way down here. To the upside, Tesla now needs to break right here 241, and Tesla can hold 241 right here as a support after breaking. Then watch out for a move all the way up to 252. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated going into tomorrow.